If you're struggling with drawing basic anatomy, then this will help you. So let's start with drawing head. First, I always do a simple bow, and then I'll add a vertical line in the middle of it. Next, I'll add a chin line, and now in the middle between chin and the top of the head, I'll put an eye line. Then a little bit above that, I'll do a simple eyebrow line. And then between eyebrow line and a chin, I do nose line. So basically this now can help me to divide the face into thirds. And you can also add a simple jaw and neck. Next, for the torso, I start with a basic egg shape for the ribcage. Then I'll add a neck hole with a sternum and a thoracic arch. Also a simple collarbone that looks like a handlebars of the bicycle. And then two small triangles for the traps. Now for drawing hips, I'll start with an oval and then I'll add a simple triangle on the bottom. I'll also add sides with the bumps for the actual hip bone poking out. And then I'll also add a little bit of legs and abs with a belly button. And you can basically simplify it into an underwear shape. Also keep in mind that the widest part of the hips is at around pubic level. Now for the arms, I always start with a gesture line, and then I'll place a basic oval for the shoulders. Then I'll refine it to the shape like this with 3 lines here and 2 lines here. And for an upper arm, I'll do a simple cylinder that is tapered, and for the lower arm, I'll do the same, but this time I'll add 2 triangles at an offset on the sides. And also forearm is a little bit squished the closer it gets to the wrist. And then we have legs. And here I like to first obviously start with a gesture line, and you can use a simple S-curves to capture the pose of the leg. And obviously for the upper leg, I use a cylinder that is also tapered down. So the lower it goes, the thinner it gets. And also at top of the leg you can add a triangle and basically creates this shape right here. And with this it's also good to make one side straight and one curved. And then a simple box for the knees, and it can help you with showing perspective. Really easy. And then a little bit below that we have a lower leg, which I'll also use a simple cylinder with again triangles on the sides at an angle. Now for hands, I start with a rectangle for the palm of the hand, and then I'll add a simple small triangle for the thumb. Then up top I'll curve the line of the knuckles a little bit, and I'll add a simple knuckles actually as a diamond shape, and then I'll curve the knuckle line and make it more pointy. Then I'll draw a simple gesture lines for the fingers, and I'll put cylinders for the fingers on top. And you can actually divide finger into 3 separate cylinders that have about the same length. Obviously you can draw a thumb as 2 cylinders, and just remember to make the tip pointy, so make one side straight and one curved. Now for feet, I break them into basic 3 boxes with a curved top on the middle one and a squished one for the toes. And also this line is aligned with this line here. And here's a video that will actually help you draw a whole body.